What a WWE Monday Night Raw that was last night, guys. And today, this is going to be my WWE Monday Night Raw review from last night's show. And we are just 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. That is right. And we kick off Raw with "You suck! You suck!" That is right. Kurt Angle, he comes out and says that Roman Reigns won't be here tonight and stuff like that. And then, of course, he says that the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar will be here tonight. And then next, you know who shows up from the ring bells, security spot and stuff from the fans? Roman Reigns and stuff. And then Kurt Angle says to Roman Reigns that he is supposed to be suspended. And then Roman Reigns continues to talk to Kurt Angle about that he wants to see Brock Lesnar face to face. But Kurt Angle kept telling him that he is suspended from Monday Night Raw after what he did last week and stuff he was saying to him and stuff like that. And then, of course, then after that, Kurt Angle just leaves the ring. And then he brought the U.S. Marshals to come to the ring. And then the U.S. Marshals were telling Roman Reigns not to resist and stuff. So then next, they just put they handcuffed him like this and stuff like that. And the next, Roman Reigns was just beat up the U.S. Marshals and stuff like that in the corner and stuff. Start beating them up. And then out comes the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion. Then Brock Lesnar would do Suplex City after Suplex City to Roman Reigns when he was in handcuffs. Then next, he got hit with the steel chair. Roman Reigns will also use a steel chair on the U.S. Marshals too. And then they kept doing back and forth. Brock Lesnar kept hurting Roman Reigns a lot and stuff. Hurting him and beat him up with a steel chair after a steel chair after a steel chair a lot and stuff like that. And he kept getting hurt and stuff. And then right after that, the stretcher came, and the next, they put Roman Reigns onto the stretcher, and then Brock Lesnar will come back out again, his music will hit, and then Brock Lesnar will just push Roman Reigns right off the stretcher, and what a way to kick off WWE Monday Night Raw after what Brock Lesnar did to Roman Reigns by attacking him. And that was about it. And then now we have our match number 1 of the night, and it is Asuka versus the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. But before it started, we had talking, and it was Alexa Bliss and Mickie James in the ring. So Alexa Bliss said that she used Nia Jax and stuff like that. And then she was just talking about Nia Jax, that she used her and stuff. And then that was about it and stuff for that. So now here we go with our match number 1 of the night, Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. And this match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Alexa Bliss got a 10 count out because she didn't want to wrestle Nia Jax also. Nia Jax was all upset. So then Asuka was all upset and stuff. And Alexa Bliss just left. So then right after the match, right after the 10 count, Nia Jax will show up, and she ran down to that ring, pushing Mickie James and chasing after Alexa Bliss. So then Alexa Bliss will go run into the crowd real fast, and then Nia Jax stopped her, and then she just beat her up, and then that was about it. And now we have our match number 2 of the night, Braun! That is right. Versus one half of the Raw Tag Team Champs, Cesaro. But before it started, we had Braun Strowman. He was talking in the ring by saying that Kurt Angle said, "I am getting a Raw Tag Team title shot at WrestleMania from that Battle Royal last week. And I am gonna find a partner and stuff like that," he said. A tag team partner. Then, of course, out comes Cesaro and Sheamus. So then they start to talk to Braun Strowman and stuff by saying, "We set the bar. We are the bar. We're going to beat you at WrestleMania," and stuff like that. "And where's your tag team partner?" and stuff like that to him and stuff like that by saying, "You can't just face us like 1-on-2 and stuff like that at WrestleMania" to him. So then Braun Strowman says this, "Well, Kurt Angle let me pick one of you guys tonight to face. So get into the ring, one of you. Like Steven Cesaro, so then they would do rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And then next, you know who goes into that ring? Cesaro. So now here we go with our match number 2 of the night. Braun Strowman versus Cesaro, the Raw Tag Team Champion. That is right. This match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Cesaro lost, and Braun Strowman would do a running power slam on him for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. And now we have match number 3 of the night. And it is the Revivals versus Titus Worldwide. That is right. And it is to be in the Undo the John Memorial Battle Royal. So here we go with this. This match was awesome. I really enjoyed it. The Revivals did their finisher on Apollo Crews for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it for Apollo Crews. And now after the match, the Revival will talk to a lady and stuff by saying this, that they declare that they are going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and they are going to win it and stuff they said. And that was about it. And now we have our match number 4 of the night. Mandy Rose's Sonya Deville versus Hey What's Up Bayley and the legit boss Sasha Banks. But before it started, we had Hey What's Up Bayley comes out first. And then next, right after that, Sasha Banks will make her entrance. Then she's on the microphone by saying to Bayley that I want to be your friend to Bayley and stuff like that. And stuff that she wants to be her friend. And then of course, then Bayley says this then how come at the Elimination Chamber she grabs a microphone in the ring? After what you did to me at the Elimination Chamber for the past couple weeks, you've been turning on me and stuff like that, Sasha Banks was saying to her. And then of course then Bayley will grab a mic and then she'll say something to Sasha Banks that you looked at me when you pushed me down on that Elimination Chamber thing and stuff like that to her. And then, of course, Paige will come out with her Absolution members. And then, of course, Paige will say stuff to Bayley and Sasha Banks. And the next they'll have their match. And then here we go with our match number 4 of the night. And now this match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Bayley and Sasha Banks were arguing, so then Sonya Deville pushed Bayley into Sasha Banks, and Sonya Deville will pick up the win for Mandy Rose and Paige's team for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it for Bayley. That is right. And now we have John Cena. That is right. He addresses the Undertaker. So, okay, here we go with this. John Cena, he talks about the Undertaker and stuff by saying, where is he and stuff like that, saying do something and stuff like that. John Cena was saying a lot and stuff he was saying. Then of course, you know who shows up? The big red monster, Kane. And then next, Kane was in the ring. Then John Cena told Kane, is it a yes or a no to Kane? And then of course, no, Kane will do to John Cena a choke slam to John Cena. And then Kane will just leave the ring. And then that was about it. And now we have our match number 5 of the night. The Balor Club. Luke Gallows, Clarkson, Finn Balor versus the IC champ, The Miz and The Miz. But before it started, we had The Miz and The Miz. The Miz talking in the ring. Then he says, why am I not on the cover of a WrestleMania magazine and stuff like that? The Miz was saying, I should be on it and stuff like that, complaining I am going to beat Finn Balor and Seth Rollins and stuff like that. He kept complaining, kept moaning and complaining. The Miz always does, like always, and stuff. So then, that was about it. And then next, Luke Gallows and Connors were interrupted and make their entrance. Of course, now here we go with our match number 5 of the night. A 6-man tag team match. And now this match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And Seth Rollins was on commentary too, guys. With Corey Gray, Brian Saxon, Jonathan Coachman. Then, of course, also Finn Balor will pick up the win for the club and do the roll-up on The Miz for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it, like he did last week to Seth Rollins. And then, of course, right after the match, the Miz, Roger and the Miz will start beating up Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and Colin Anderson. And then next, Seth Rollins will come and make the save and start saving Luke Gallows, Colin Anderson, and Finn Balor. And then next, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins start looking at each other and stuff. And then that was about it. And now we have our main event of the evening, the main event of the night. That is right. It is I will delete you. Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt in the Ultimate Deletion. That is right. So this was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It was in the Hardy's compound and stuff. So we saw weapons, steel chairs. It was an outside brawl and stuff. We saw like a shed, everything else. They kept going into the woods. Everything. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy put on a good fight they were doing. And then, of course, they went into the shed and there was a wrestling ring in there. A wrestling ring in the everywhere. It was, again, insane. I really enjoyed it, guys. And also, then right after that, Matt Hardy would say, which one should I pick in the shed? Lawnmower and stuff like that. Then, of course, he chose the lawnmower. And he did. And then, of course, right after that, then Bray Wyatt. And then there was a piano, of course, and stuff like that. Everything. And I was into it. And then, of course, underneath that boat, that wooden boat was Senior Benjamin. And then, of course, this was pretty shocking, too, that they made Bray Wyatt lost. Senior Benjamin, he showed up, and he also gave a global herb to Bray Wyatt in his hands. And then also, Brother Nero will show up, Jeff Hardy, and say something to Bray Wyatt. And then, of course, right after that, Matt Hardy would do a twist of fate. And then he would do the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. And then next, Woken Matt Hardy, after the match, he would just push Bray Wyatt right into the river, and that was about it. And then, Senior Benjamin, would you please take him out? And then after that, Matt Hardy say to the drum, on top of the drum, and they also use a drum during the match. And then, of course, Matt Hardy will say this: I will delete Bray Wyatt, delete Bray Wyatt to end WWE Monday Night Raw. And what a Monday Night Raw was last night, guys. So, guys, once again, I hope you all enjoy Monday Night Raw last night. And I really enjoyed Monday Night Raw too, guys. So, guys, once again, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys. See ya.